So I thought I'd explain my communications philosophy for this course. A lot of questions that students have uh, online. For example, how do I best communicate with the professor? How do I best communicate with other students? Let me answer a few of these things. First of all, um, one of my diseases is that I am always online. So, of course, the best way to get in touch with me during the course will be always to uh, write me an email, and I'll probably get back to you before you finish the email. But if you want some feedback, for example, on a discussion board, I'll be treating these classes on a kind of uh, more regular basis. Perhaps if class is if a discussion forum goes up on Monday, I'm probably not going to check it until Wednesday. That is, I'd like you guys to have a chance to post and to even begin to discuss things among yourselves before I weigh in. As far as your assignments, when you are handing a particular more formal assignment in, please give me a week to get back comments on that assignment or a grade. If it's going to be longer, if there's a more involved assignment, I'll let you know. Otherwise, it's a really a great priority for our online course for you guys to communicate among yourselves. For example, I'm going to be giving you group work on and off, and when I assign you group work, it's really up to you to find the best way to communicate among, say, a group of four. I've had classes in the past where students have managed to trade phone numbers to use text. I've had people set up tumblers. I've had other methods that have enabled to heck students have gotten together in person. But since this is an online course, I'm expecting you guys to use the technology and to learn it. I think part of taking an online class is starting to learn the technology that enables you to communicate in new ways. I'm going to be learning along with you, trying to improve the ways in which I stay up with you and with your work. I'm trying this video even today to see if I can uh, communicate this as if we were sitting in my office or in a kennel, since my dog is behind me. Yes, I mentioned discussion board. It's going to be a regular part of our work every week in this class to respond to posts that or questions that I pose and subjects that are listed on in the discussion forums. It's part of your class participation grade, obviously, but much more important in an online course. What am I looking for in these kinds of posts? Well, I certainly don't want people simply agreeing or disagreeing, although I gotta say, sometimes there are posts you just want to find a like button. I mean, sometimes somebody says something so well, you don't have anything to add, you just want to like it. But I'd ask you to at least agree and then add. You can start your post, of course, by agreeing, and then I'm sure there is no possible post that couldn't possibly cover the entire subject matter or even the issue that's involved. It's just the way language works. So please, let's hear your thoughts. Let's keep it not only civil, but let's keep moving ahead. In other words, if you feel tempted to change the subject, for example, that's okay, but that means starting another thread instead of trying to change the subject on a thread that's ongoing and moving in a certain direction. So please try to avoid this sort of comment that's interesting but not necessarily apropos. So try to add to a discussion and try to stay on track. As far as kind of language or sort of tone, let's be aware of it. Want some civil discourse here. If there are disagreements, I'm glad. I think that what we need a healthy debate in this class. I hope that not every question is sort of so obvious that everyone's on the same side of every issue. But if there are disagreements, I expect everyone to be professional, collegial, and I'll just step in if I need to, but I don't think I should have to step in. I think you guys should understand, you know, the situation you're a part of. You're not texting your friends. You're in a class, so let's always remember that. And remember your goals. The goals for the class are learning. It's not, you know, we're not trying to convince anybody to vote some particular way. We're not trying to sell anything. You know, we're certainly not here to insult anyone. Be aware of difficult subjects and of your audience. So with that, I'll try to address the dog behind me and keep her from chasing the cat in the next room.